Hey, this is a little bit of a different video. Gonna do some questions and answers for you guys. I've been meaning to answer questions in our videos, and I failed. I haven't been doing that. So I figured I'll just do a separate video. It's gonna be completely raw, train going by. As you can see, it's gonna be completely raw, not much editing. And I also have a second camera here. So when Janelle chimes in, I can get her since she's the one filming me right now, as you can see. So I just called up the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, if you're wondering. And I'm gonna go through and answer some of these questions. So this one's not much of a question, but more of a statement that you guys are probably thinking too. This is off of an older video, the Goodwill Mystery Box is a Scam video, which is right there. I don't know where Janelle's got me in frame. Kim had said that she's surprised that we threw away the Hungry Caterpillar plush, thinking that maybe that might have been some value or it would have sold. I'll turn that one over to Janelle and let her answer that one.
I honestly don't even remember which one that was now. I've looked up the Hungry Caterpillar plush before, and surprisingly they aren't usually worth much. I mean, maybe there is one out there that is, and I just haven't come across it yet. I know Frankie has a couple of the stuffed animals from that book because he liked it. But yeah, I mean, I looked it up and not much value, not enough anyway for the time and effort, I guess.
Another statement, not really a question, on our shipping golf club video, which I wanted to address because I need to update that video. But JR, sorry if I just totally messed up your name, but JR had made a comment saying that it's time to get his golf clubs listed and thanks for the tips. And I just wanted to make a little disclaimer on that video that is old news. I probably should actually take that video down and redo it, because you can't ship golf clubs USPS priority economically anymore. USPS now has surcharges on long packages. So anything over 22 inches in length gets a $4 surcharge on top of whatever it costs to ship that item. And then anything over 30 inches in length, it's gonna cost you a $15 surcharge. So actually all of our golf clubs are now shipped in plain brown boxes instead of them priority triangular boxes you see in that video that we buy on our own. They're not free anymore, obviously. And then we ship them all UPS ground. And all of our golf club listings, we've actually listed it with UPS ground shipping, and then we just shipped them priority prior to that surcharge. So we didn't have to change our listing at all. We still charge the same amount in shipping on our list. So Lynn asked on our Highway 90 sale video if that Highway 90 sale was in New York. And yes, it is. It's actually in the southern tier of New York, south of the Finger Lakes. I can't remember, I think one of the towns is Homer, New York it ends at or starts at. I guess it depends on which end you're starting at and whether it's a start or beginning of the highway sale. I'll put a map on the screen to show you the path that highway sale goes. It's about, what'd you say, honey, about 2.5 hours for us drive to get there?
Yeah.
From where we're at. We're still considered upstate or western New York, but we're on the other end of the southern tier up north by Lake Ontario. So Found This had a question on our one video here about that Novex tool that we had, the weird tool. And Found This asked us if we had sold that and if we got what we were asking for it. And I believe we did get the full asking price. No, we didn't. Janelle's shaking her head. Maybe I should have looked it up. I didn't. I was going off of memory here.
We did take an offer. I might have had it listed at about $150, and I think we took an offer at $120 or so. I can double check, and we can put the comps up on the screen, obviously, just to let you know for sure. But I was very happy with that find from the Goodwill.
I think it sold within a week, right?
Probably within a couple days. Yeah, it sold. I had the only one listed at the time. I was able to see sold comps through WorthPoint, through that WorthPoint app I have. It's a subscription you can buy to look up listings that are past the 90 days and see how much things sold for over the last 10 years, I think even. But yeah, so I was very happy with what that sold for.
So Lynn had another question about combining shipping, and she had requested doing a video on how to combine shipping and how to offer that for the customers. I have been wanting to do a video on that, but the problem is in order to really show you the nuts and bolts on that, I would need an order to combine shipping on. And usually when I get an order in that we combine shipping on, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and I'm not about to get the cameras out and set them all up. I'm just looking to get stuff packed up, to be honest with you, and get back in the house. So I'm not quite sure how you go about printing your labels and going through, but if you go on your eBay on the computer, we don't use the app for printing labels. You might use the app, but we use the laptop. But if you go up to your notifications, the little bell on the eBay website on the top right corner, and click on that, and then it'll say like you have 9 orders to ship that are going out, or 8, or however many there are. If you click on that, and it'll give you the whole list of orders that you're packing up and printing out for your labels. There'll actually be a little it's not even a, it looks like a link. It's just like text, on the very top left of the screen, and it'll say, do you want to combine the orders? And you can click on that. I think that's where it is. I'm going off of memory now because, like I said, it only pops up when we have an order to do it with. And if you click on that, it'll combine the order for you. I hope it's probably clear as mud for you. I'm sorry. I really do need to do a video on that, and I just need an order to come in that I can use as an example at a good time to film. So, but maybe we'll do a video on that. Sorry if I totally trashed that. Maybe another YouTuber could explain it better than I can. Carolina Costello had a couple questions. She first wanted to know where we purchase our clear poly bags that we put all of our items in to ship. And I get these on Amazon. I think I might have a link in the description of this video that you can click on that'll bring you to where we buy them. I can't tell you the website or the store because I just go to my previous orders and click buy again and just get the same one. You can buy a pack of them in all different sizes, and then we just keep ordering them and store them. And then the second question she had was where we buy our boxes. Well, that's a very good question, actually. We used to order them from Uline, and I would order them in bulk in Uline, and Uline always, for whatever reason, you can only use 2-day UPS shipping, which is really expensive. I used to spend like $120 in shipping to get boxes at my house. So now we actually order them from Granger. The last order of boxes we got was a local Granger we have. It's like a half an hour from our house. So I don't got to pay shipping. I put the order in, pay for it, and I just go there and pick them up and bring them home. Carolina had a third question. I just noticed scrolling through here. She wants to know where we get our IKEA bags. So where we live in upstate New York, there are no IKEAs nearby. We've been to an IKEA throughout the country, and we love IKEA. It's a great store. But we don't have access to any IKEAs conveniently around here to buy IKEA bags. So we actually get them from a friend of ours named Jessica. I can't remember her store name, but I will definitely put the link in the description of this video. And we buy them from her, and she ships them to us. She's got all different patterns and colors and sizes. You can even get the little change purse in an IKEA bag that Janelle actually loves using. So check her out. Check her eBay store out. She's got them on there, and she'll ship them out to you pretty quick too. All right, back to Carolina again. She just keeps coming up. Thanks for the comments, by the way. It's awesome. She wants to know what other platforms we sell on. We do not sell on any other platforms. We do occasionally sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace locally for local pickup large items. And lately we haven't had very good luck with that, actually. We got quite a few large items listed on Marketplace now, and I ended up just listing them on eBay anyway, just because they're not moving. We've opened up an Amazon account to sell on Amazon, and I didn't sell anything. I didn't say anything to Amazon. It got too confusing. I didn't have the time to invest to look into it more, and I just abandoned it. And as far as Mercari and them other ones, we haven't really messed with them much. I think we opened up accounts on them with intentions to cross-list, but we just, I don't know, eBay keeps us busy. I mean, we probably should diversify a little bit and sell on other platforms, but we just, I don't know, we just don't. We're afraid it's going to get too confusing and too crazy. So Carolina wants to know also how we find how much something is worth on a platform. If you go onto your eBay app on your phone and search for an item, type in, I don't know, GoPro cameras, just because I'm staring at one right now. Type in GoPro cameras, and then it'll give you every GoPro camera listed on eBay that you can purchase right now. If you go up to the right-hand corner on your app, while all them GoPro cameras are listed, it'll be filter, and you scroll down on your filters, and there'll be a section where you can turn on sold listings. And I think sold and completed will turn on automatically if you turn one of them on. Go to sold listings, turn that on, And then it'll filter out all of the listings for just anything that's sold in the past 90 days. Am I right, or is it 30 days? I think it's 90 days. And you'll see every GoPro camera that's sold in the last 90 days and how much it's sold for. Lynn is asking about free returns. She wants to know if a buyer wants to return something. Hold on, let me see here. Wants to know if a buyer wants to return something if you have to do anything on your computer. We don't offer free returns, so I guess I can't really answer that. What I do know with our return policy, with the way we have it, we think we offer returns, but we don't, they're not free returns. Just because we like to have that option on whether we want to pay for the return shipping or not. But I do know that like when a buyer submits a return for us, depending what the reason is, will give us the option to either authorize it or it'll just automatically give them a label to send the item back. I think if they check like defective, broken, item not as described, it'll automatically give them a label to send it back. Or if they check like didn't want the item or didn't like it, then we have the power to authorize it or deny the return. Which usually we accept all returns. We don't deny any returns. Lynn also wanted to know if a buyer can return an item without an invoice because she doesn't put invoices in with the product when she ships them. We don't do that either. It's an extra step. It's more paper. It's more work. I've never submitted an invoice with an item, and they can send the item back no problem at all. I think actually when they do a return, it gives them a return form to print out to put in with the item because that came back with our returns. I don't require that form. I don't look for that form. If it is in the box when they send the return, it ends up in the garbage anyway. I don't even look at it. I just look at the item, make sure the item matches the listing that they're returning, and if it does, then I give them their money back. I guess I want to make a quick comment on returns too. We don't really get bent out of shape over returns. Well, Janelle does. She's smiling. Right, honey?
Yeah, sometimes.
She gets a little bent out of shape. I chalk it up as like cost of business. You're going to have a return percentage no matter what. It's just, every store has them. Any store you walk into, they are going to have returns. You're not going to have zero returns. It's just the way it is.
So I had a question on Instagram from Blooming Curtsy. Yes, Blooming Curtsy. Thanks for watching. You might even be somebody that has put some of the comments on our actual videos, and you asked about if something's over 4 pounds, if the shipping price jumps a lot from, I guess, before that 4 pounds, past it, and that you heard people recommending that if it goes to that 4 pounds to put it in a poly bag to save on shipping. I'll turn it over to Frank because I don't know much about the whole shipping part of it.
So I figure I'd stay near our orders going out tomorrow for this question. I think I've answered this question before. I'm not going to show how to pack stuff in this question. We'll do another packing video again like we've done in the past. It's good to do them every once in a while too because rules change and prices change. So our general rule of thumb is, which there's exceptions to this, which I'll get to. Anything over 4 pounds, we check in our shipping for UPS ground because it's a lot cheaper. Generally, there are exceptions. Anything over 4 pounds with USPS priority, it's going to get really expensive fast. And then also, anything over a cubic foot, which is 12 by 12 by 12, it can be in any combination. Well, it used to be able to be in any combination. Like if you go 6 inches, what would it be? 6, 12, 18. You're still a cubic foot. You're still under that cubic foot. You're good. But anything over, it's going to get really expensive too. So we go UPS ground on that as well. But now with the longer packages, like I said earlier, even longer, like if it's slim and long, you got to go UPS ground on that too with them surcharges I talked about earlier in the video. So the exception to that rule is if it's really small and really heavy. You can actually ship it in some flat rate boxes. We don't use medium flat rate or large flat rate. I can't remember the last time we've even touched one of them, but first off, you got your padded flat rate envelope, which ships for $8.20 if it fits in here and it folds properly. You can't cut seams, add to this, deform it. I mean, obviously you can deform it, but you can't alter the size of this. But if it fits in here and it closes up, that will ship for about $8.20 anywhere in the country. And I believe Alaska and Hawaii. Oh, and by the way too, it has to be under 70 pounds. Under 70 pounds. If you can make something fit in here that weighs more than 70 pounds, let me know, because I've yet to see anybody do it. It'd be kind of cool to know what you put in there. The next thing is your regional rate A box. If it fits in here and closes up without ripping, tearing, or altering the box, anything that'll fit in here will ship at a little bit higher than a 2-pound rate. So if you can fit 6 pounds in here, you're only gonna pay for what it would cost to ship 2 pounds. It's not a flat rate because it goes by zones and how far across the country you're shipping it. So if you're like, I'm in New York, if I'm shipping this to California, it'll be a 2-pound rate, or it's a little bit more than a 2-pound rate that it would be, you know, to ship a normal 2-pound package to California. And then the last thing is a regional B box, which is a little bit bigger than the A. And the regional B box will ship out at a 4-pound rate. So if you got, like, you know what these are actually really good for? Are magazines with ads. Or books. Not books. Books are medium, I'm sorry.
Maybe?
Yeah, like any like magazine or periodical that has ads in them. You can't ship them medium mail because they have ads in them. So if you load this up with magazines, it gets very heavy and it'll ship at a 4-pound rate, which is a lot cheaper. And they're actually perfect size for magazines too, like older magazines. But yeah, these are we've used these quite a lot actually.
Honey, I had one more question on Instagram that I wasn't sure on. Blooming Curtsy again asked if deleting a listing hurts the eBay algorithm, if it hurts you at all if you delete one of your listings. I don't know, I've never.
So the eBay algorithm, from our experience, is a big mystery. Yeah, nobody truly knows what helps or hurts the eBay algorithm. There are a ton of myths and stories and experiments people have done with the eBay algorithm. I'm not saying they're not true, and I'm not saying they're all true. As far as deleting listings, I'm almost positive that it doesn't hurt you. We've deleted a ton of listings because we've gotten rid of stuff, sold it on Facebook Marketplace, whatever the reason. And actually there's a little system that people do too. They'll delete their listings and they'll go to their deleted listings and click sell similar to relist it, to make it a new listing. That's another one of the old wise tales of the algorithm, that it'll refresh the listing and bring your listing back to the top of the search. I will admit, we do that now and then. I try to do it every day. I don't do it every day with a number of listings because it gets very tedious, boring, and I just hate doing it. So I will usually stop doing it after a while. But I did notice when we do that, we do get a boost in sales. But as far as deleting listings, I don't think it hurts your algorithm at all, from our experience. So I hope some of these answers help you guys out. Thanks for commenting on our videos. Thanks for watching our videos. We really do enjoy getting them questions. We do read them, even if we don't answer them, because usually if I don't reply to them, it's because I'm planning on doing a video to answer them, and it just takes me a while to get the video made. I'm going to try doing better about that. Hope you like this video. A little bit different. We don't really do live videos with Q&A and that yet. We haven't done any YouTube lives yet, so I thought this would be kind of cool. A little less editing, a little more of like a live, but still pre-recorded, so we still stay securely behind a edited camera. Janelle's laughing. But yeah, maybe we'll do a live sometime if we know people will show up and watch us, so we're not just talking to a camera by ourselves. So, but yeah, if you got any other questions, drop them down there. We'll get another list together and we'll do another one of these videos.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.